Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Gladys, aka That's Your Hair, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. And if you've been rocking with me for a minute, what's up, what's good, and welcome back. Welcome to Small Talk Saturdays. Small Talk Saturdays is a special time on my channel where we discuss things that I deem are very important to me, to us on this channel. Now, I did mention in my prior videos that for the month of June, we will be talking everything YouTube on Small Talk Saturdays. We'll be talking about how to start a YouTube channel, mistakes I've made as a YouTuber, how to read your analytics, and so forth. So if you are brand new to YouTube, or if you've been on here for a while and you want to figure some things out in regards to YouTube, the algorithm, how things work here, keep on watching. All right, y'all saw the title of this video, how to start a YouTube channel in 2020. No BS. I've been on YouTube now for about a year and 4 months or so. Currently, I do have over 11,000 subscribers. You know, I'm on a steady build here. I did recently cross the 10,000 subscriber mark around the 1 year, 3 month mark, and I've been really excited about that. And I think people have seen my growth too and have wondered like, oh, what are some things that you've done to grow your channel and to sustain your channel on YouTube? And I'm finally happy to present to you some tangible tips in starting your YouTube channel. I'm sure if you're here, you probably have seen maybe a few or a ton of videos about this topic. I know that I have, and I was really thinking about how can I contribute something different to this conversation. So I decided to outline this video in a way that I hope will be super clear and direct for you all. I'm not here to beat around the bush. I'm not here to pussyfoot. If you're watching this right now, know that I want you to get a start on your YouTube channel, and I'm sure if you're here, you want the same for yourself. I'm going to start with what I hear most people tell us when starting a YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you what they don't normally tell you that I've realized, and then I will tell you exactly what I did in regards to that certain tip. So if you're ready to see how to start a YouTube channel in 2020, let's go. What they tell you.
Just start. You have to just start. Don't wait. Just start your channel. You need equipment. Just start today. Why didn't you start yet? Start your channel tonight.
What they don't tell you. Whatever anxieties and fears you're experiencing right now that is preventing you from starting your channel is not going to just disappear. And oftentimes you're just going to have to start while those anxieties and fears are present. Here's what I did. I knew I wanted to start a channel since January of 2018, but I wasn't ready, or I thought I wasn't ready, and I didn't have a camera, and at the time I had an Android phone that didn't have the clearest video, and I was just like, ugh. I wasn't getting a new phone anytime soon. So instead of starting my YouTube channel, I really just started an Instagram page just for my hair looks, my wigs that I was wearing at the time. I will talk more about that later, but basically it took me about a year to actually start feeling a little bit more ready, and even then, your girl wasn't. I was just like still playing around, still making excuses. And it wasn't until I bought my new phone, I actually switched over to iPhone, and then my girlfriend had bought me like a backdrop, and this was in December of 2018, and she was telling me like, come on, you keep playing around, are you gonna do this or not? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? F it. I need to just set a date. So I set my date, which was January 21st, 2019. And I chose that date because it's MLK Day, Martin Luther King. And I just thought that would be a great way to kind of start anew with something. And I stuck to it. Really? That's all it was. Yes, my fears were still there. Yes, I felt like it was very possible that I could not succeed, you know what I mean? But I also started doing things before that point in order to make me feel a little bit more comfortable. But my point to you is, do not wait until you feel completely comfortable in starting a YouTube channel. When people say start now, it's for a reason. It's because they know that those fears that one has, they may be there for a long while. And if you wait until those fears dissipate, you may never start. So start now. Tip number 2. What they tell you.
You have to build a community. Increase your engagement. You have to engage with your followers. Engagement.
What they don't tell you. Yes, it's important to build a community and stay engaged within that community, but I think an even better tip is to do it before you start your channel. Here's what I did. I know I mentioned to you all just now that I started an Instagram page instead of starting my YouTube channel in January of 2018. When I started that page, I was very inconsistent. I posted maybe twice a month, but at the same time, I was still receiving questions from friends and colleagues like, hey, I really like how you do your hair. You know, are you going to start sharing this information? You should start a YouTube channel. It really wasn't until September when I started gaining a little bit more momentum within myself and decided to post more. But even that still wasn't enough. It maybe was like once a week versus twice a month. But when I really cracked down was in November. I decided that, hey, I'm going to do a holiday series similar to what people do for Vlogmas, but instead I called it Is That Your Hair Holiday, where I posted for 12 days straight different hairstyles. And when I posted every day, I saw my Instagram numbers go up significantly. I can't remember where I was at before, and then it was right before Christmas. I was at 500 followers and I was so excited. I was like, wow, is this all from just posting consistently? And at the same time, when people would engage with me, I would respond to them right away. I would respond to people who started DMing me, really started building that community. And on top of that, I was promoting the fact that I had a YouTube channel coming. Even though I was fearful, even though I wasn't even sure that I was going to start my channel, I was still promoting it because at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to fake it till you make it. You may not even know if you're going to make it there, but if you have your eyes set on that being your destination, you need to start speaking that into existence. And that's exactly what I did before I started my channel on January 21st. So when I did drop my channel link, it was on and popping. Literally within the first week, I received 1,000 views on that first video. And I was like, wow, I was really happy. I was receiving so many comments on the video and I was just elated. But then I quickly found out that people don't normally get that type of love on their first video. Normally people post a video and end up hearing crickets. And over time I was thinking to myself, well, why is that? And I realized it's because I did the work beforehand. I did the pre-work of engaging a community on Instagram and then driving that community from Instagram to my then new YouTube channel. But the community work doesn't stop there. You have to continue the engagement on both platforms. YouTube in general loves when they receive engagement from outside sources, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, wherever. So for me, Instagram was my main source. Instagram was my right-hand man in building my YouTube channel. One thing that was really important for me when starting my YouTube channel was to make sure that I got people on board right away. I started DMing people, personal messages saying, hey, I just started a YouTube channel and I would love if you took a second to check out my channel. If you have a business, let me know and I would love to support you. I sent this message, I can't even tell you how many times a day I sent this message, y'all. And I would say of the hundreds of messages I sent, my response rate was definitely at a high. Like I probably received a 70% response rate. And then as far as how many of those responses converted to actual subscribers, I would say probably a good 30% converted to an actual subscriber. That was just out of me doing my own outreach. So yes, you have to build a community, but I highly suggest if you want to start off with a jump on YouTube, start building your community on another platform and drive them to your YouTube channel. Another thing you have to remember when building this community is to respond. It baffles me that people act like they don't have time to respond to comments on Instagram, on their YouTube channel. You're telling me you have 10 comments on your YouTube video and you can't respond to not nan one? Come on now. Where's the engagement? I know for me personally, it's relatively easy for me to respond and respond quickly because it's generally something I really like to do and I set aside time to do so. Even if you're a person that doesn't like to interact with people, one, I'm not really sure why you would be on the platform to begin with, but I'm gonna need you to put a little bit more effort into responding to people. That is how you build the connections that you need. That is how you get more subscribers and you get people to share your content and share your work, is by responding and letting them know that you are not just, you're not just like this separate entity that is above them. You know, they're not below you. Like, it's like, it should be like talking to a friend. Like, you guys are on the same level. You may be here to teach them something new. Maybe they're here to learn. And likewise, I feel like YouTubers are here to learn from the people that are subscribed to them as well. So make sure you're responding to all comments. To me, you can heart it, but a response is way more meaningful and impactful. And I've had people who said to me like, wow, Gladys, I didn't even think you were going to respond. Really? Of course I am. I'm not some like mega million subscriber YouTuber where I have 10 other businesses going on where I don't have the time. I have the time. I can make the time. So I don't see any excuse at this point where I'm at where I'm not, talking and engaging with people. And of course, I just generally like doing it. Tip number 3, what they tell you.
Your videos must be quality. Quality over quantity. Quality is the way we do it. If your videos aren't quality, no one's going to watch.
What they don't tell you. So yes, delivering a quality video is paramount. It is important. However, what defines quality? What does quality mean on YouTube? For me, lighting and audio is everything. If your audio is low or inaudible, who's going to watch? Who's going to want to listen? If your lighting is trash, it's going to make it very difficult for someone to be able to sit through your 5-minute YouTube video. And here's the thing with lighting, it's not something you can just fix in post-production. It's just not. There are settings in iMovie, for example, that will allow you to increase the lighting, but it's very easy for that to turn into something very harsh and not as appealing. So I think when you are in the midst of production of your video, having quality lighting off the jump is a must. So here's what I did. With my very first YouTube video, I used natural lighting. I'm actually using natural lighting now. It's a very sunny day outside and I am looking very clear. You can see me, right? I'm here. And if you look at my first video here, similar situation, not as sunny, but I was in bright, clear lighting. You could see me on the screen. I felt like I was good to go. However, not everyone is able to film in natural lighting. And that's when you need to purchase a ring light. A ring light is necessary. I don't use my ring light all the time, but it comes in handy when I'm in dimly lit situations or if I have to film at nighttime. I purchased my newer ring light from Amazon and it cost me at the time about $95. I'll definitely give a link to the light that I purchased in the description box, so check that out. I love my newer ring light. It was very easy to put together. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I just switched over to my white wall so you can see what it looks like when I have my ring light on. No background really, it's just me in the center and I look very clear in the picture. This is what I look like when I turn this joint off. Do not record your video like this. This looks like trash. This is not good lighting. I'm sure some of you probably want to click off this video right now. The shadow casting over my face, that's not gonna work for a quality video. So please do yourself a favor. If you're new to YouTube, go click that link in my description box and get yourself a newer ring light. It's an affordable purchase compared to the other ring lights that are out there. And mine has been going strong for the past year and 4 months. Whew. Oh my God, that lighting was not working for me. All right, as far as audio is concerned, right now I just use the audio on my iPhone, which works well for me. And if I want to make it louder, I do so in editing in iMovie. However, a lot of people do use external mics for their DSLR cameras if they have one. I will link an external mic that has good reviews on Amazon, and you're welcome to check that out. But yes, audio and lighting, they go hand in hand. You need both. People think they need an expensive camera off the bat, and you don't. Good lighting trumps an expensive camera when you're first starting out. It really does. You can have an expensive camera. If your lighting's not good, it's not good. People are not going to watch. They will click off your video, and that's the end of that. YouTube will stop promoting your video. So I'm telling you, focus on lighting, focus on audio. It goes hand in hand. And with that alone, combined with any video camera that you have right now on your phone, you'll be able to deliver a quality video. Now, editing, this is just a quick caveat. Editing does play a part in delivering a quality video. I know I definitely take my time with editing. I can honestly do an entire video on editing and how I like to edit. In the beginning of my hair videos, I like to show a quick intro that is entertaining with a lot of quick cuts in my editing to grasp the attention of the viewer. Of course, everyone's editing style will be different, but I highly suggest that you start with something like iMovie if you have Apple products, or another free platform for Android if you're using your phone, because the quicker you learn basic editing skills, it will definitely up the quality of your video. Tip number 4. Here's what they tell you.
Do you have a thumbnail? You need a good thumbnail. Thumbnails
what they don't tell you. Do you understand why you need a good thumbnail? I mean, think about it. Thumbnails are the first thing that people see on YouTube. They see the visual and they see the title. Thumbnails and titles typically go hand in hand, but right now I'm focusing on the thumbnail. Good thumbnails, clear thumbnails lead to a high click-through rate. If you don't know the definition of click-through rate, I'm here to tell you. Basically, a click-through rate is the number of clicks divided by the number of thumbnail impressions, or divided by the number of times your thumbnail is seen on YouTube. So for example, if your thumbnail is seen 1,000 times on YouTube and 100 people actually click your video to watch it because of that thumbnail, your click-through rate will be 10%. Click-through rate is extremely important when it comes to how your video will be promoted on the YouTube platform. So what's considered a good click-through rate? In general, 50% of YouTube videos have a click-through rate of 2% to 10%. I think more videos err on the side of 4 or 5%. From what I read, that is considered a solid click-through rate. Now, I just want to dive into my analytics real quick and show you what my click-through rate is looking like. So if I'm looking here, this is my general dashboard, and if I go to reach, that tells me my general click-through rate for my entire channel. It says 4.8. It's actually down 8%, and I haven't really been posting as regularly as I normally would have this past week due to things going on with Justice for Floyd and me focusing on other content. But that's what's going on there. And I can look at individual videos. So you see here, if I go to reach, that one also says 5.7%. For my 10K giveaway, if I go to the analytics on this video, I believe this click-through rate was a little bit higher. I'm gonna click reach, and I see that this had a 7.3% click-through rate. So out of the 35,000 people that were exposed to my thumbnail, 7.3% clicked. So if you want to get a higher click-through rate and you want to increase the chances of YouTube promoting your video, you have to have a solid thumbnail. Here's what I did. When I first started, I used Banner Snack. Banner Snack in their free program, they include 10 free uses. So I use it for like my first 10 thumbnails before I found other avenues. And I'll show you what my first thumbnail looked like on YouTube. It's just me on the screen. I did a mirror image and I put $30 in the middle because I wanted people to know this was a $30 wig. Very simple, easy to see. I think I look cute in the thumbnail. Bam. And let me see, if I go to that video right now, what is the click-through rate? I wonder. When I go to see the click-through rate of this video, it's at a 9.3%. Since I uploaded this video a year and 5 months ago, this has maintained a 9.3% click-through rate for the number of impressions. That's pretty solid. I think having that good thumbnail definitely contributed to more people wanting to click on my video. Now, in general, having a good thumbnail means that you have a clear picture, and you should have a picture of yourself on the thumbnail because generally people are more attracted to a thumbnail when it's yourself, when they see you. And also, if you are going to use text on your thumbnail, you should try to put it on the left side of the thumbnail because there are other things on the right side that might interrupt your text. And it should be in bold letters. I wouldn't advise using script. You just want bold letters like Arial or Geneva or something like that. And you should have as few words as possible. I think at the most having maybe 5 words, maybe 6 words at the max. But you just want something that's bold and that stands out. I mean, literally, if I just go to YouTube, right? And I type in how to start a YouTube channel 2020. Look at these thumbnails. You see that? They have the person's face and they have bold print. Each one of these thumbnails have some type of bold print. 0 to 100K fast, 2020. That's the type of thumbnail that you want to see, that encourage people to click, and you can see it's reflected in the number of views. For this person here, you see her thumbnail, she has 35,000 views. For Catherine Manning, she has 568,000 views, 200K views. These are some of the top videos talking about this topic, and you can see what their thumbnails look like. So that's something else I would suggest when starting your YouTube channel, and depending on what your specific area, your niche is, if you're doing a video on computers, you should be researching who else is doing those type of videos on computers, on building computers, on maybe fixing computers, and see what their thumbnails look like. And you don't have to necessarily replicate that thumbnail, but just take heed on how their thumbnail looks and maybe how yours can be a little bit different. I would actually suggest maybe changing your background color to something more bold, maybe more bright, to stand out amongst the rest. Now for my particular niche, I'm within the wig community, hair. I don't feel a need to put bold print on my, everyday wig reviews. I just feel like having my face on there showcasing the wig is enough, and having a title that will capture someone's attention is enough. Now when it comes to titles, that's also very important too, and I will just quickly tell you that you want your title to, of course, pertain to the subject that you are talking about, and you want it to have keywords that people are searching. This topic in itself is a whole other video as far as making sure that your titles are optimized for YouTube search. But for me, when you see the title of this video, how to start a YouTube channel in 2020, I'm not just titling it that because it's for my health, y'all. I want it to be optimized in search because I know people often search that keyword, how to start a YouTube channel, and that is why that is in my title. And I also put the year 2020 because oftentimes people want to know the most up-to-date information, so including the year will further optimize your title. Tip number 5. Here's what they tell you.
You have to post consistently. Be consistent with your posts. When are you posting? If you're not consistent, you're not going to grow. Why aren't you posting?
Here's what they don't tell you. Some of you think you are posting consistently and you're posting once a month. Oh yeah, you're being consistent. You are on a regular schedule. I'm posting 1 video a month. That is 12 videos in a year. But guess what? You're not gonna grow. Point blank period. And I'm not talking about the people that have posted 1 video and blew up on YouTube because the algorithm somehow was in their favor. Like, what's that girl that blew up on YouTube in the van? That girl? I don't know what that was about, but I'm not talking about people like her. She is definitely in the 1%. Okay? I'm talking about the everyday average YouTuber who has to work towards their growth. Consistency is one thing, but frequency is how you grow. You can post consistently once or twice a month, y'all, but you're less likely to grow. What they don't tell you is that posting consistently and frequently is what takes an enormous amount of effort. Mind you, YouTube is not my full-time job, and for a lot of us it isn't. We have other things going on outside of this. So you have to post almost like it's your full-time. Like, at least that's how I treat it because I'm trying to grow seriously. Here's what I did. When I first started, I told myself, Gladys, how many times a week do you want to post? I knew that I had a goal in mind, and my goal was to reach 1,000 subscribers in 3 months. At the time, it felt like a lofty goal, but I was confident that I already had a community on Instagram that was supporting me, a small community, and I was willing to do the work to grow that community. And I knew that I had to make sure that my face was out there. YouTube is a humongous conglomerate, y'all. I can't even explain to you how huge YouTube is. It is the second largest search engine next to Google.
And remember, Google owns YouTube.
It takes a lot to be seen on this platform. People kind of want to know the secret to growing viral and having a viral video. And I think the first step, honestly, is being able to post consistently and show YouTube that you are actually present on the platform. So for me, I decided how many times a week I wanted to post. And I told myself no less than 2 times a week, but definitely 3 times a week is my goal. And so for my very first year, from January to December, I was posting 2 to 3 times a week. More times on the 3 time side, definitely more. And I would say that alone definitely helped put my face out there. Of course, I already knew that I had quality content, but putting myself physically out on the platform was showing YouTube that this is a person that's on the platform and that is committed to bringing other people and keeping them on YouTube. And YouTube likes that. They like when you can keep people on the platform for as long as possible. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So for me, being a brand new YouTube, I would make sure I upload as much as I can without sacrificing the quality of my work. I work full time, so I know that 3 was my max without me feeling burnt out and without me feeling I have to rush through a video and rush through editing. That was my max. But for you, it might be different. It might be 2. It might be even once a week. Once a week still means 4 videos in a month, which I think is solid. But if you want faster growth, I think posting more is the key. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say posting every day. I think that's a lot to ask of someone on YouTube because, hello, we still have to factor in editing. But I think 2 to 3 times a week is a very solid number when you are starting out and trying to be seen on the YouTube platform. I think it also helps to create a series of some sort on your platform to give something people to look forward to. For me, I have a series called $20 Tuesdays where I showcase wigs that are in the $20 price range and below. I just finished my 31st episode of that. It's become really popular on my channel. People really like it and look forward to it. And Small Talk Saturdays, what I'm doing right now, is a new series that I'm hoping I can get to gain the same traction as that Tuesday series. So you see what I'm saying? I am building momentum. I'm purposely creating something to keep myself in check, to keep me on the platform. If I know I have to post on Tuesday and Thursdays, there you go. One of my very good friends on YouTube, Kyra Sean, I highly admire her because she's able to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday without fail, consistently, and I know for a fact that is one of the main reasons why she has been successful with her channel and has grown as fast as she has grown, because she is committed and she's able to post consistently and frequently. I suggest all of you that are starting your channel to find a way to do the same. Now, as far as my goal of reaching the 1,000 subscribers in 3 months, did I do it? Absolutely, because I was consistent and frequent. Consistency and frequency will get you faster growth. Period. The math is very simple. And for me, it wasn't just that, but it's a big part of it because yes, I already had good content. Yes, I already had a following that was growing. But the more I put myself out there, the more I'm allowing YouTube to do some of the work for me as far as pushing out my content. Now, I am going to do a specific video on how I grew to 10,000 subscribers because I have a lot more details on that. If you're interested in seeing that video, please sound off in the comments down below and let me know. That video is coming this month.
So as I was editing this video, I realized it was about 45 minutes long, so I decided to break this up into 2 parts. I am going to stop this video here and I will post part 2 of this video next Saturday for Small Talk Saturdays. If you've enjoyed this video, if you've learned something, please let me know how you feel in the comments down below. Let me know what you took from it. All feedback is welcome. This is my first time talking about YouTube related content. I'm really excited about it and I'm excited to hear how you feel as well. So let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.